Good day, everyone. This is Alvin again from the Philippines, and welcome to my final thoughts a week before the finale of Miss World 2021. Welcome! So, we already know that the finale of Miss World 2021 is going to be on the 16th of March, and it's going to be in Puerto Rico. We are so excited that finally the finals is going to happen in a week, and many people have been asking me whether I will be changing or I will be making changes to my final prediction or not. But let's go ahead and discuss it in this video. Now, before I proceed, let me just say, because I've already reviewed all the top 40 candidates, I've already released my statements and commentaries about them. So if you wanted to see them, you can go ahead and check on my YouTube channel, because I have given my individual commentaries to all the 40 candidates. And all I wanted to say for now is, all the ladies that I will not be mentioning on this list, I know there will be a lot of surprises in the finals, because Miss World loved surprises, especially candidates that we did not expect to go very far will probably be somewhere very high on the finale. And what's amazing about Miss World is that there's always a guarantee that everyone in the top 5 are going to be amazing and great speakers. But the only thing that's not sure right now is that whether the top 5 is based on regional selection, just like what happened in the previous editions, or are they going to select the top 5 without any consideration of whatever region you come from. So what's going to happen today is that I will be talking about my top 5 based on my final prediction, based on the regional selection, and if ever I'll be making some changes, and my top 5 if there will be no regional selection. First, I will be revealing my winners circle, which means these are the ladies whom I think and I could imagine and I could see potentially winning in the finals. So these are the ladies that I will include in my winners circle. And there's like 8 of them, and they are Botswana, Palesa Molefe; Cote d'Ivoire, Olivia Yase; India, Manasa Varanasi; the Philippines, Tracy Maureen Perez; Poland, Karolina Bilavska; South Africa, Shudafadso Musida; the United States, Shri Saini; and Venezuela, Alejandra Conde. So these are the 8 amazing ladies whom I can imagine winning the crown in the finals. I could really make an argument for each of these candidates on why they are in my winners circle, and I've been talking about it many times. Botswana, amazing speaker, great energy, and the moment she speaks on stage, I'm pretty sure that she's going to gain a lot of hearts and love from the audience and even the judges, because she has a charisma that really cannot be overtaken by anybody else. Cote d'Ivoire, of course, the winner in many of the fast track events. Great speaker as well, and very, very beautiful contender. Definitely a real front runner in the competition right now. Next, we have India, Manasa Varanasi, one of the best speakers as well, knowing that she's coming from a powerhouse in Miss World, which is India. So I'm pretty sure that this woman will deliver in the finals. I also have Philippines, Tracy Maureen Perez. Well, Philippines could definitely and potentially take home their second crown with her. I mean, she performed as if her life depended on it. So she's definitely going to do very, very well, and I'm confident in saying that. Poland, Karolina Bilavska, my favorite from the European region. This woman delivered, and it's just so amazing to see a European contender really fighting so hard for that blue crown. So congratulations to Poland. South Africa, of course, Shudafadso Musida, one of the strongest speakers as well. Unique beauty, and what's amazing about her is that she is truly living the beauty with a purpose based on what she does when it comes to her advocacy and all the things that she do in utilizing her social media, and that's something that I really commend. And as what I've said before, if South Africa wins, it's going to be something amazing. It's going to bring and break barriers for what we see Miss World is going to be. She's definitely going to break some barriers, and it's going to open a lot of doors and opportunities for other women that whatever you look like, you can be Miss World. Next, we have United States, Shri Saini, one of the most active candidates when it comes to doing a lot of social works. And we know that Miss World love candidates that are really good and very active in doing social works, because at the end of the day, that's the essence and that's the very core of Miss World, giving back to the community. And that's something that I really appreciate about Shri, an amazing representative. And finally, Venezuela, Alejandra Conde. I mean, it's been more than a decade since the powerhouse Venezuela won Miss World, and I am very confident that Venezuela is going to finish somewhere in the top 5 this year. I mean, one of the most beautiful candidates, great speaker as well, whether in Spanish or in English. She's just amazing and super active in social works as well. Everything about her, honestly, screams Miss World. And what is amazing about this year's batch is that there's a lot of candidates. I mean, this is definitely the most difficult edition of Miss World to predict, because I don't know how they're going to choose a Miss World. I mean, many of these women could be our next Miss World. And potentially these 8 ladies that I have mentioned, even the ladies that I did not mention, could actually win the blue crown as well. So this is how difficult it is to predict Miss World. Now let's go and talk about my final prediction top 5. So again, as what I have said before, and even in my final prediction, my top 5 was based on the continental selection, on whom I think will be the standout in each region. So let's talk about it first and whether I'll be making some changes. So from my top 5, my bet for Europe was Poland, and is Poland because she's still my bet. Karolina Bielawska, although I have a feeling that if ever Poland will not be chosen as a flag bearer of Europe, the potential replacement could either be England or Czech Republic, because both also did very well. For the Caribbean, my bet was Puerto Rico, was also in my 4th place in my final prediction. And if ever Puerto Rico will not be chosen in the top 5, I feel like the potential replacement for her from the Caribbean is going to be the Bahamas. Sienna Evans, amazing woman, and her, what do you call this? Her head-to-head challenge performance impressed me so much. That's why I could really feel that there's a possibility that she could get one of the top 5 spots instead of Puerto Rico if ever there will be regional selection. My 3rd place goes to the representative from Asia Pacific, and I chose Philippines in my final prediction. I still stand by the Philippines. I think she did extremely well in different fast track events, and she also speaks so well. But if ever Philippines will not be chosen, I feel like the potential replacement could either be India or possibly Malaysia, who also surprised us during the head-to-head challenge. My 2nd place goes to the representative from America, which is Venezuela, Alejandra Conde. And I have to be honest, I don't see anyone from the Americas that could potentially replace Venezuela as the flag bearer for the Americas if ever the regional selection will be applied. I feel like the Americas is sealed for Venezuela. And my winner in my final prediction was from Africa, Cote d'Ivoire. I feel like Cote d'Ivoire is a strong contender from the African region. But if for any reason that Cote d'Ivoire will not be picked, I feel like the potential replacements could either be South Africa or Botswana. Both did extremely well. Now, I am sticking with my top 5 if it is based on regional selection. 5th place Poland, 4th place Puerto Rico, 3rd place Philippines, 2nd place Venezuela, and my Miss World is Cote d'Ivoire. Although it is a very close fight between Venezuela and Cote d'Ivoire. I was actually thinking of interchanging the two, but I'm really craving for a black African winner. Well, anyway, Cote d'Ivoire was my winner. Now, what if there's no regional selection? So here's my top 5 if ever there's no regional selection. This will be in any order. My top 5 without regional selection. Cote d'Ivoire, Olivia Yase. Philippines, Tracy Maureen Perez. South Africa, Shurufadzo Mosida. India, Manasa Varanasi, and Venezuela, Alejandra Conde. If ever there's no regional selection, these are my top 5. And I have to be honest, if this will be the top 5, I really don't care who wins, because these are amazing set of women. So these are my final prediction. Updates, changes if ever there is. So you know now my final prediction if there is regional selection, and my final prediction if there's no regional selection. So I would love to know your thoughts. Did your final prediction change, especially after they went home and then went back? I would love to know and talk about it in the comment section below. So don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe, because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. For now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.